Use code AFTV20 for 20% off your order with Fireway Pizza. Just click the link in the description below or go to fireway.co.uk now.
Hi, welcome to AFTV. I've got Robbie with me. We've just beaten Everton.
Did we win? I don't even feel like a win.
Well,
you know what I mean?
do you know what? It feels like, because I'm sure before the game you probably said, listen, I know what's going to happen. We'll win, they'll win. But now feeling it and going through it, how does it hurt a little bit more that we won the game, but we didn't win the league?
Yeah, listen, I'm gutted, absolutely gutted. As I've been speaking to more and more fans there, it sinks in more and more and more. You know what I mean? I didn't. You know what? I sort of conditioned myself before this game. I didn't think City would lose against West Ham. Nicky from West Ham Fan TV called me this morning. Said, Robbie, I've got a good feeling, all that. Well, you know what I mean? Come on, you irons and all that. And for about...
What did you say? Did you start believing in that?
What it is, right? I come off the phone to him, and for about a minute, I was like, yo! And then I was like, nah, the Etihad, no chance.
They scored so early on as well.
Yeah,
City.
and then, City, they scored so early on, and that kind of had a little bit of effect on us, I felt. Because, it was obvious what was happening. The Everton fans kept on reminding us. That's how I knew the score every time, because they kept singing, you nearly won the league. Every time they sung that, I knew that City had scored, you know what I mean? So I conditioned myself that, we weren't going to, even if we won today, we probably ultimately weren't going to do it. But you're still gutted, you know what I mean? I'm still absolutely gutted, because I'm just like, it's such small margins, you know what I mean? Like 2 points. We've been brilliant this season, absolutely brilliant. I had an argument with Yardman earlier on because he
was he saying? So talking about
he was having a go at Arteta. I'm like, listen,
Arteta out. Really?
To say that is ridiculous. Like, Arteta's done an absolutely amazing job. We were 2 points off City. We had the best defence in the league. We scored more goals than we've ever done before. We did everything right, but ultimately, when you're up against a team like Man City, the margins are so tight, you cannot afford to even draw a game. Because that's what it's come down to. It's come down to we've drawn a game that they've won. It's 2 points. It's not even a clear... That's what people are... So if somebody's saying that, if you start looking on it and questioning Arteta, I mean, this guy, Pep's just won 4 in a row. Last season, he went, won the treble. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous what he's doing. He's really, really hard to get past that. So we got to persevere with Mikel Arteta because he's doing it. He's doing everything right. And we're getting there. We're getting closer and closer and closer. But it's so hard. We were so close this year. And I mean, it's that Villa game, really, that has kind of cost us.
Is that for you? Because someone say the Fulham game, maybe the Chelsea draw.
The Fulham game, and that was a long time ago. You know what I mean? He's saying Fulham, West Ham. Listen, you can look at those games. You can look at those games, but our recovery after that was amazing. You know what I mean? Our recovery after that was amazing. We went on an unbelievable run. And it's just that it's tight margins, and we've got to credit this team.
Yeah.
Look at. I want people to go away at the end of the season and look at our running. How difficult that running was. Chelsea here, they want to stop us. Tottenham, you saw them celebrating losing a game.
Who does that?
Yet still,
they could have got.
When we went to their place, when they really had the opportunity to stop us, they couldn't. And we were battering them 3-0 at half time. So we had to go to Tottenham away. We had to beat Chelsea. We had to go Man United away. Hard running, and we negotiated that. But still, the 2 points short. And it's I'm a bit gutted about it. This summer, everybody's talking about signings. The solution is simple. They spend a whole summer in Dubai,
Robbie is a Dubai ambassador at this point. You performing.
Spend the whole summer in Dubai. Spend the whole summer in Dubai. And buy a striker. Listen, we don't need a lot. Normally, when the transfer window comes round,
you have a long list.
When I do these interviews at the end of a season, man's giving me a shopping list. Man's going, we need this, we need. Man's naming out 8-9 players I don't think we need a lot. I think we just, Dan Potts said it earlier, we just need to strengthen with quality. Bring in top quality players, and I think we can do it. I think we can do it next year, but it's really tough for this guy, Guardiola.
It's frustrating. It's frustrating.
Maybe we get him kidnapped or something like that. I'm only joking.
Yeah, man. I need to ask you, like, that feeling that you said, like, next season. As a fan, it does hurt. I know what you're saying. We got so close, but you got to commend them. It's going to be a big ask for the boys to get back up on the horse again and go again.
It's painful. You know what I mean? Me and you, we've done like every game this season. We've been up and down the country. Yeah. We've been seeing amazing away performances by Arsenal. Absolutely brilliant. You know what I mean? Like, this team has just been so good, and that's why it starts to hit you, because, like, number one, the season's finished, which is like unbelievable. Like we've reached the end. But number two, I'm just sort of thinking back to like the journey of this season, like going everywhere around the country and how well we played. Even when I go back to like the summer in the pre-season, and we were looking at the team and we say, hey, Timber, brilliant player. He gets injured right at the start, and we're looking at Declan Rice. We're saying he's going to make a difference, but when I look at the journey of this season, all that we've done, the work that's gone into that team, the how brilliant the fans have been, you know, it's kind of hard to know that we've come up short, because it just feels like we shouldn't have done. It feels like we should have won it, because we've been so good. We have improved. We've improved a lot, and we'll improve. I feel that under this manager, and I love what he said at the end there when he's saying that, you know, listen, don't be satisfied with this. I love that. You know what I mean? He's a winner. He's a winner, and he's going to get that.
Does he have to win silverware next season?
When people talk about managers, right? A great manager's left today in Klopp, right? He's a great, and I think he is a legend. You know, I do. I think he's a legend, right? He's left, right? After Pep Guardiola, who's the next best manager in this league? True. It's Arteta by a mile, easily. It's not even close. No, you're right. The next best manager after Pep in this league is Arteta, easily. When you look around Europe, and if you used to say when you're looking for managers, there's not a lot of outstanding managers. Maybe that guy Amorim, Sporting, he's done a fantastic job. Yeah, but Ancelotti's not, you know, and Ancelotti was in the Premier League at Everton, and he flopped. So he's a great manager. But I'm just saying that we've got a top quality manager. We've got him now. So we have to believe in him. We have to back him. The board have to back him. Continue to back him.
So do you think it's outrageous that fans say
he will achieve?
Do you think it's outrageous that fans say we can't get over the line? We need to look at.
No, it's outrageous. It's outrageous because, you know, Klopp was there for 9 years and he won the league once. It's not easy. It's not easy. Guardiola's just won it 4 years in a row. It's a new record. So we got the right guy. We got the right guy. The only other guy that, you know, I'd take instead of him is Pep. I mean, I'm telling you, he's already out of club. So.
Let's go to the game quickly. I know we're going to do player ratings later, but let's go to the game. I mean, some people say it wasn't a good performance. On the watch long, wasn't a good performance.
It wasn't a good performance. It was a nervy performance. It was a performance where almost like you could see they had other things on their minds. You know what I mean? Because the performance was being affected by things that were going on elsewhere, and that kind of happens on the day. So it wasn't a good performance, but we still won the game. We deserved to win the game. We should, I felt, in the first half, we should have been a couple up before you know what I mean? Tommy Assen missed an easy header. You know, we missed several chances earlier on in that game. So it should have been a more comfortable game. And then, you know, Everton are a team, we know what they're like. They make it difficult for you. They go very long. They defend very deep. They defend very well. So it was a very tough game, but we won it. So, you know, that was the one thing I wanted to make sure that we did, that we didn't like finish the season by not winning that game where people said, oh, well, you wouldn't have, you know, we won the game. And, you know, but because City scored so early in their game, scored twice so early, that knocked the stuffing out of the players and knocked the stuffing out of the fans. You could tell it. You could see it.
For you, Robbie, as well, like I want to talk to you about, you know, some of the players we saw as well. Like, was it a surprise to see Timber figure today? And they're both subs, if I'm honest.
Yeah, and they both played very well when they came on. You know what I mean? Timber did very well, and that bodes well. We saw him how good he was in pre-season. You know, he's going to be a top player, and looking forward to seeing him. He's going to be like a new signing next year. And Smith Rowe, let's see what happens with him. I personally like to see us keep him. He looked very sharp when he came on. You know what I mean? He's had loads and loads of injury problems. It's going to be interesting to see what Arsenal do with him, whether they keep him or whether they cash in on him. Personally, I'd love to see him keep.
Do you think they will? Because it's a sign that they're looking to keep that sort of player, or do you think it was just
I don't know. I get the feeling it's a hard one because you make a lot of money if you sell a player like Smith Rowe as a homegrown talent. It's pure profit, you know what I mean? So I'd love to see us keep him. I really would, you know what I mean? And just keep building and keep strengthening on what we've got. And you know, he's a kid as well. He knows what it's all about to play for Arsenal, and I think it's important to have those type of players in your squad, like him and Saka. You know.
So let me go to kind of like the end of this interview by asking you. Listen, it's not no secret that, you know, people watch this. A lot of people watch your fan cam and hear your opinion and see what you have to say today. But I want you to kind of sum up, for the last game of the season, how you're feeling as a fan, and what a message to the team for this season, the team, the staff, the manager.
Feeling absolutely gutted, you know what I mean, that we didn't get it over the line, but I'm feeling very, very proud of this Arsenal team, very, very proud of those players, proud of the manager. I think I always say one of the things that I always like about this manager is that when he came to the club, he said, I'm going to bring the fans and the club, and the fans and the actual club closer. And I think he's done that. He's built a team that's challenging. He's improved so many players, you know what I mean? And I think that, you know, as a fan, I've been to every game this season. I've been so proud of what I've seen from the team. You know what I mean? Win, lose or draw, it's all moving in the right direction. We're competing for leagues again. You know what I mean? We competed last year, all right. People might say we capitulated at the end. We kind of did. But we competed. Everybody was at the start of the season saying, you lot, that's it. You had your best chance. We've taken it to the last day of this season. Let's just keep going. Let's keep strengthening. And I think we can. You know what I mean? Pep Guardiola during the week, he said, if we'd have conceded that goal at Tottenham, right? You know, he goes, Arsenal would have won the league. He knows, right? And the one thing I would say, like, this team is moving forward in an upward trajectory. If you look at a lot of the other teams around, United have still got a huge rebuilding process. Chelsea have got a huge rebuilding. Liverpool now, they're going to have a new manager. Klopp's gone, a guy that's been the staple for years. They're going to be in transition. You know what I mean? Villa are looking strong, but next year they're going to be in the Champions League. They got that to contend with, something they haven't had to put up with before. Tottenham, to me, they're going to have a difficult time. They're not, you know, they were celebrating not being in the Champions League. But what players are they going to be able to bring in the summer? They're not going to be able to bring in those top players. They've got serious problems we saw towards the end of the season. The managers even started to say what's going on. Right, so what are they going to do next season? They're also going to have Europa League to contend with as well this season. They were just playing one game a week. So I think when you weigh up all those things, Arsenal are going to be challenging again. They're going to be the team. It's going to be Arsenal and City again next year. And let's hope that it's us that gets it over the line.
Just quickly, a word to the owners and the backroom staff of Arsenal, or the Edus, the ones that don't really get mentioned.
They've done a fantastic job. All of them, every single one of them have done a fantastic job. The coaching staff, you've got to give it up for them. You know what I mean? The set piece, you know, guy. That was unbelievable what he'd done this season. Just the the way the team's been prepared. Remember, at the start of this season, there were a lot of fans saying, "Oh, well, I don't like the way Arsenal are playing. It's like it's too structured." But he was doing that for a reason. He was getting him, and then he got it more free-flowing after that, but then we kept that structure, and look how good our defence was. I think that's an area as well that I think next season we need to strengthen, is another centre-back, because I do worry, just in case, remember, we didn't get no injuries with Saliba and Gabriel this season. I bring in a top quality centre-back, one more, just in case of any injury. I think you're right, Ben White can play there.
Tommy Yasu can play there.
But
it's a hard find as well, to Saliba and Gabriel level.
Listen, I want to win the league next year. So just I want top quality in every single position last year, and I think we'll have a very successful season. But this has been a wonderful season, but we haven't won the league, and we're very disappointed in it.
Yeah, progression. Let me just end by saying thank you, Robbie, and AFTV.